Guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this tutorial we are doing an abstract set using 3 colors. It was like a dark green, would I consider this like a forest green, a light almost army green, like the same color shade of green of her ring, and a white. I absolutely love abstract sets because you could do so much with it and it doesn't have to be perfect. And this set was not an original, it's a copy of somebody else's set. If I can remember who designed the set, I will tag them down below or put the picture up somewhere on the screen. If not, I'm so sorry to the creator of this set, but it was so beautiful, we had to recreate it. So you can follow this set exactly how I'm doing it, or you can switch up the colors, switch up the shapes. It doesn't have to be exact like this. That's why I love abstract sets. There's no right or wrong when it comes to doing these type of sets. And one key when you're doing it, you want to make sure your lines are as straight as possible, or however you're doing them, just make sure they're neat. That's what gives it that wow look, if that makes sense. Well, for this set, I am following the picture pretty much design for design. Like everything is pretty similar. I didn't change anything. I followed it exactly how the picture was because that's how my client wanted it, and I think it came up pretty spot on. If you ask me, the only thing is her nails were a bit shorter. So yeah, just take your time, and whatever I did to this hand I did to the second hand. So I only recorded one hand, so if there's any confusion, whatever I did to this middle finger, I did it to the next middle finger. By the way, I am using Bioseaweed gel colors. I absolutely love working with these colors. They're so pigmented, they're creamy, and they don't run. That's the #1 thing when you're looking for gel polishes to do artwork. You want gel polishes that don't run, and Bioseaweed is probably one of the best brands out there when it comes to gel art paints that don't run. Like, they're like my top 2, and I don't think they're #2. So yeah, I absolutely love this. I will drop the colors down below that I'm using, and then for the white, you guys will see later on, I am using D&D chalk white. It's not my favorite white, but it's the most pigmented white that I've used, and it's just what I'm going to be using until I can find something that I like a lot better. So now I am using the lighter shade of green. Again, this color, I actually lied. This color is not from Bioseaweed. This color is from Louvain. Louvain is another really great brand of gel colors that I like to use for paint. And before I did apply this color, I did go and dry the darker green. Not dry, I cured it for 60 seconds. So every color that I used, I cured for 60 seconds before I moved on to the next color, just so that we didn't have any running and bleeding into each other, because that's like a nail tech's worst nightmare, when you got everything perfect and things start to bleed and smudge and lint starts to get on it. So you just want to make sure you cure as you go, just to be on the safe side. when you're doing fine lines like this, a little bit goes a long way. You don't need to drench your brushes in gel polish. It's really not necessary, I promise you. If you're struggling to get straight lines, use a little bit of product and do one stroke movements. Try not to exactly what I'm doing here. You see how I like drew a line, lifted my brush and went back. Try not to do that. Keep it in one motion. Don't lift your brush. And that's how I try my best to get straight lines and even lines as possible, and the same thickness and evenness around. And now I'm just wiping the nails with 100% acetone. I have to do this step. If I don't, my top coat tends to separate and it's quite annoying. So 100% acetone is what I use. And then now I'm just using my top coat from my brand, which is currently unavailable until further notice, because I am trying to find a new formula. This formula was not the best one. After using it for about a year, I realized this formula is terrible. Even though the final results is nice, working with it is not the best. Anytime you're applying gel top coat, make sure you seal the free edge like I'm doing. You will see that I did it a few times, and the other thing is, and I'm doing it right now, please make sure you do that to avoid the top coat from peeling. You just want to seal every edge so it's like nothing could peel it off, if that makes sense. Yeah. And make sure after applying your top coat you cure for 60 seconds, and I did apply cuticle oil, and then the next clip or so you will see the final finished look. The set came out so beautiful. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for watching.